If it wasn't for you, don't know what I'd do. I'd have nothing to prove, I'd have nothing to lose. I'd be all lost at sea, with no reason to make it through. If it wasn't for you.
Tell me your name. And how do you know Zore Garza?
Worked at Pasadena, Paramount with her for about 4 or 5 years, and we transferred over here to La Hacienda.
Okay. And what does she do for La Hacienda?
She does everything: restorative, CNA, jack of all trades, whatever we need done.
Okay. What do you think of her nomination for CNA of the Year?
I think it's wonderful and well-deserving.
Great. Tell me what you think for Zore, her number one strength is.
She has a very caring heart. She's the type of person, if she sees it needs to be done, she just go ahead and do it. She can't wait.
Because she's impatient or because she cares about?
She cares about the residents and whatever they need.
Okay. How would you think the residents would describe her?
They would describe her as somebody that is always available to get what they need. Always knows what they need, has no problem getting it. They'll call her by name. They're very fond of her.
Okay. What do the families say?
They love her. She knows exactly what their family member needs, and that's what they want when they come in to La Hacienda. So they request her by name to care for them.
Okay. What would you say is her level of dependability with attendance, with getting the job done?
She's very dependable, gets the job done. Like I say, she's always willing to go above and beyond by whatever she sees needs to be done. She go ahead and does it. She has no problem trying to find somebody else to do it. She'll do it herself.
Would you recommend her as the CNA of the Year?
In my book, she is CNA of the Year. I recommend her highly.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, Alexis.
Hey,
Tell me your position.
I'm the MDS nurse, and I oversee the restorative nursing program.
Okay, so you oversee the work that is done by Zore.
Yes, I do.
Tell me a little bit about her.
Zore is a very, very good RNA. She's very good. I know she started out as a CNA, and she was one of the RNAs that we actually promoted from within, from the CNA position to the RNA position. And I was very impressed from the beginning with her care of the residents as a CNA, just the time that she took to make sure that they were comfortable and positioned correctly, and they loved her. So moving her up to the RNA position, she's done the same. She's given the same results as far as her care to the residents. She's on top of her plans as far as the RNA plans are concerned. She gives very good feedback in our RNA meetings. Things that are working for the residents and things that aren't working, tweaking the plans. She's reliable. She's here all the time. She works a lot, and she does a lot for the residents.
Okay. So would you say that she is an exemplary employee, or is she standard, or how would you describe her?
Exemplary. She's very, very good.
Okay.
She is.
And you talked a little bit about her amount of time that she spends here, that her attendance is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say I've heard the residents speak extremely, in such a high regard for her. And it's almost because of the way that she approaches them and really does care for them. What do you think about her nomination for the CNA/RNA/
I think it's great.
of the year?
I think it's a great thing for us and for her, because she does set an example that I think that some of the CNAs need to look at, and she's very compassionate, very caring. She performs her duties very well.
Mm-hmm.
She does set the bar high.
What is her strongest attribute?
Her strongest attribute, I really feel, would be the way she is with the residents. You know, the care that she takes to make them look good. You know, if they want their hair a certain way, she'll make sure it's done. I was just with her positioning somebody, and she just takes that time to make sure. And she doesn't just do it and leave. She says, "Are you okay? Is everything done?" And then she'll be finished with the patient.
Great. If you could tell her congratulations for being nominated, what would you tell her?
Just great job, keep it up. And just because she got nominated, she better not slack. And no, that she, just to continue to set the example and to continue to set that bar that we all need to achieve to.
Great.
So.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi, Spencer.
Tell me your name.
My name is Zore Garza.
Zore Garza.
Yes.
And you go by?
Zore.
Zore. Tell me what your position is at La Hacienda.
I'm a restorative aide. Have been with Las Haciendas for 6 years.
Well, not La Hacienda for 6 years, right?
Well, no. I started at
Paramount in Pasadena.
And then I came to Las Haciendas.
Okay, well, we're glad that you did decide to come from over there. What do you do in a given day?
A lot of stuff. Care for my residents, do my restorative plans, try to do one-on-one with a lot of residents, and just help out.
What would a family member of one of your residents say about you? And try not to be humble.
Well, a lot of residents, family members want me to just be, because I work both sides of the buildings, they always tell me, "We're going to talk to Spencer because we want you to stay on this side permanently."
That's good.
Say that.
And you do work on both sides of the building. Do you
Yes.
end up covering CNA shifts a lot?
Yes, I do.
How often would you say?
Maybe in a 7-day period, maybe 3 days.
So you pretty much do both.
Yes,
Yeah.
all the time. I do CNA, I do showers, I do everything.
You really do. And you've been that kind of person ever since I've known you. What do you think it is that inside of you makes you that way? Because you're very consistent.
I always, when I care for somebody, I always think, this could be my parent, this could be my dad. If this was my mother, I would want her to be cared like this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do everything and anything that they need and make them feel like they're very special.
That's great. What do you think is the greatest strength that your team at La Hacienda has?
I always say positive things, and I always let them know that if they need anything or they want anything, they don't know something, I try to tell them it's okay, just ask. We can work as a team.
Do you feel like you have a lot of support as far as teamwork is concerned?
Yes. Everybody, I get along with everybody. Everybody gets along with me, and I always put a smile. I never have a bad attitude toward nothing.
Right. Last year you interviewed because in support of one of our other nominees.
Yes.
So this is not new to you to interview.
I'm just shy.
Well, I think that the resident families would say that you're very outgoing when it comes to patient care. If you could say that there's one thing that you want to accomplish in the next year, what would it be?
I don't know. I've never put much thought. I'm comfortable here. I want to stay here. I want to work here. I like this environment. I like my coworkers, and I love my residents.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. I want you to know that both Nancy and I and Andrea and Alexis, we really feel that you are a strong employee of the year, not just a candidate, but you are our CNA RNA Employee of the Year. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.